Entrepreneurship is growing in leaps and bounds in Cameroon, with government and formal private sector jobs hard to come by. Most of the youth have created businesses which are catalysts for job creation and innovation. However, limited funding, lack of proper business model, and leadership errors are some of the obstacles entrepreneurs have to scale through in order to be successful in Cameroon. To respond to these challenges, a global entrepreneurial leadership summit will take place in Cameroon's economic capital, Douala, from July 14 to the 16th of July 2022. The aim, of course, is to trigger sustainable development through creative thinking and innovation. In this edition of the program, the vision bearer of the summit will tell us the aim and how the program will meet pressing challenges. Stay with us. Today we are being joined by Cameroonian author, philanthropist, entrepreneur acclaimed for her leadership, advocacy and social justice projects in Cameroon, Africa and across the world. Founder and president of Emmi Empire, her activism and entrepreneurial ventures are planted in Africa, Europe, the United States as well as the United Arab Emirates. She is particularly passionate about supporting women and youths with necessary tools to develop their potentials in business. Holder of a PhD in philosophy and master's in psychology, she is founder of the Real Worship and Global International Center and editor-in-chief of the Emmi Empire magazine. Join us to welcome Dr. EriseMary Dinga, the founder and CEO of Emmi Empire. She will be going in depth on the Emmi Global Leadership Entrepreneurial Summit. Stay with us. Dr. EriseMary Dinga, the founder and chief executive officer of Emmi Empire, thank you for talking to us.
Thank you for having me on your platform.
The pleasure is shared. The Emmi Global Entrepreneurial Leadership Summit has been making news across the world, and that event will take place in Douala from the 14th to the 16th of July 2022. What is the summit all about?
Well, thank you very much for the question. Emmi Entrepreneurial Leadership Summit is all about bringing millennial entrepreneurs in one platform and give room for the icons in Africa to teach and empower, impact, ignite, provoke the young entrepreneurs to be result orientated. Right now in Africa we have most of the millennials that are kind of discouraged about business, and all that, and some majority wants to go out. But for me, I think Africa is the future. Africa is still very virgin. It has so much space and a lot that have not been exploited. So Emmi Summit is right here to allow the legends to tell us, teach us how to be consistent business people, leaders in Africa.
All right, this idea will obviously come from an inspiration. What really inspired you to come up with such an initiative?
Yes, actually what inspired me is, first of all, it's my quest for knowledge, it's my quest for growth and improvement. And I have been privileged to meet, to know most of these people, and I get to grow by them mentoring and directing me on how to go about the things I do. So I got to a point I began to think like, we could have more people benefit from this, this well of knowledge these people carry. A lot of people can be working like I am working. They could be productive, like I am. Gradually, I'm taking good steps and I'm doing it because these icons, they are there to direct me. Most of them, on a daily basis, I will call them, they will direct me and show me stuff to do. Now, Emmi Summit came as an answer to a question. Many people talk to me about their businesses, open, close, not sure, frustrated, stranded, but yet they have the determination, to do business in Africa, and they want to succeed in Cameroon, in Africa a lot, you see. So the whole idea came to solve that problem of our millennials thinking that the best is out of Africa,
going out of the country,
to see greener pastures. Let's make it, because the greener pastures they're saying out there was built by some people. Let's be our own green pasture in Africa, in Cameroon.
All right, Doctor. The theme of this summit is hinged on sustainable empowerment through innovation and creative thinking. How does innovation and creative thinking contribute to sustainable empowerment?
Because it has a whole lot of things to do. You know, you can have this one idea and you don't know how to brand it. You don't know how to sell it. You don't know how to expose it, yet you're dying. You know, there is something that Miles Monroe said. He said the graves have more potentials buried there. Many people are quiet, but they have an idea. They don't know how to sell this idea.
And some have not exploited.
They don't even know how to exploit what they have in them. You know, what benefiting from someone's idea. So innovation comes in, because when you hear these people, they will tell you, I had an idea and I started with this idea and I did this and that to develop this one. And now when you are innovative, you become very creative. You know, to be able to do differently from what you did yesterday, you need to be creative. You need to be proactive. You know, you have to sound tune your mind. You have to format your mind differently. And that is how these people come in to tell us how they did. Because trust me, creative thinking is very necessary right now. We cannot do things ordinary and expect an extraordinary result. Yes.
Now, how will this play out during the summit?
All right, during the summit, we have very practical topics that we'll be talking about. And I think that we didn't pick motivational speakers, people that you see on different stages talking. We pick people who are scarce to see. These are CEOs, PDGs of huge enterprises that are sitting right there. It's not easy to get them. So when you see someone who is dedicated in producing results and results and results, you know, and coming to teach you practical talk, they don't have time to read a whole book and come and tell you 10 steps to success. They're going to tell you how they did it, because the only story they know is their story. You understand? And what better way to learn, you know, like learning from someone with his success story. You understand that? So that is basically the difference that's going to be happening, that these people are no ordinary people. I believe in motivational talks, but trust me, I am very pragmatic. I like result. I like action. Tell me how you do to get the money. Don't give me the money. And then there's something I want to clarify here. You know, we Africans, we have been depending on help coming from different you know, different countries and all that. Financial aids, clothes, shoes, all things. And I don't believe in any free help. I don't believe that to build a nation, we have to keep accepting those helps. We should learn how to dig our own and, you know, sustain what we have, than sitting and folding on our arms while our resources are perishing. I think Africa is the future for the world. That's what I know. And we Africans are not exploiting what we have. We're folding our hands, waiting for other people to come and support, help us financially, whereas we have all we need in Africa. Africa is qualified. Africa is equipped. Africa doesn't lack money. They don't lack manpower. What they lack is a mindset.
And the resources are there?
And the resources are there. What they lack is mindset. Trust me. I see people rushing to the US, to other countries, and what they go, the kind of job they do, those jobs are very, very much available in our own country. But when they're not ready to do the same thing here. You understand, the thing that what they do there is better doing it there than do here. Listen to me. Africa is the future. And we have the heroes in this continent, in this country, who have proven with tangible results that it is possible to be in Africa, invest in Africa, grow in Africa, and have positive results in Africa.
Now, talking about the heroes themselves, can you tell us about some of them who will be speaking and how they inspired you, or how they are inspiring you daily? I
will start with Madame Françoise Penel. She is a woman. You know, I am a woman. So naturally, I'm already inspired seeing a woman have the capacity to separate. You know, women are emotional. To separate her emotion from business and is able to bring out a visible result. She is a no-nonsense woman. When it's business time, she is business. I have happened to hang around her a little bit, and I see how she put the structure. She understands structure. She understands manpower. She understands management. You know, she will be talking on how to start a business, small business, and manage it up to a place where you become a billionaire, because she is a billionaire, you know. And then another person that I think I bother so much will be Mr. Boni Dashako, of course, the PDG of Dash. You see, that is one person that has, I call him a well of wisdom. All the time that I've been privileged to talk with him, it has been like, wow, I have a jotter in my bag. I always work with jotters when I need to meet these people. I want to write out something. I remember one time I came to talk with him. I said, I want to have a tete-a-tete with you. Can you tell me how? Don't give me money. I don't want you to give me anything. How can I make money? How can I do what I do? I'm successful like you're doing what you're doing and you're successful. Now these people want to hear somebody ask that kind of a question. You know, when immediately he said, do this. I'm not going to say all that here. You understand that he's going to teach us how to manage an enterprise, even in the midst of chaos, conflict, in the midst of a post-COVID world. He's going to teach us how to invest on that. Another one will be Francis Nana. I saw the things that the man he's bringing, like, he's actually bringing Europe to Africa, to the village, to the West region. He's actually developing an entire village. It is about time. Oh my God, we have heroes. We should be proud. I went to his own place and I looked at the work that he had done, you know, with his Tajido Hotel. I stood there and I could not even believe. It looks like
the hotel where, let me just give you an information, that is a hotel where the current African champions, Senegal, stayed there and played their games.
They had the right to win because the comfort is too much. Yeah. You know, so they had the right to carry the cup, you know. So we have them. We are equipped. We have people who have, if somebody can go to his village and develop a village, then please stop going out. The excuses, stop the excuses. We can make it here.
Now, is this a way of shining the spotlight on these heroes? Because most of the time in Africa, when you want to ask about inspiration, they'll tell you the Bill Gates, they'll tell you the Elon Musk and the West.
Yes, that is why I am the chief editor of Emmi magazine. I have a magazine that what we do is interview and profile our stars, you know, our business leaders, you know, legendary leaders in Africa. And the only thing I want to do is project them. Look, we have them. I don't need to have a mentor in America because he will never understand my situation with my mosquitoes in Africa.
The African context.
Oh, trust me, let's be real. I've had the opportunity to have these people out there mentor me. And when I come back here, I discover that it's wall apart. You know,
the reality
is real.
From what you
it's real. Yeah. So I hear you say this thing there, and I come back here and I try to do this thing, put them into action, and it's not working because your idea actually suit where you were, and here I am. And in this situation, I need someone who is here to actually mentor me here. So it's shining our star. It's about time we clap for our hero. They've made it, and they're still making it, and they're not retiring anytime soon. So we have means that is sustainability. We have the future is bright.
Now let's talk about the female speakers. Generally in Cameroon, we have very bright, successful female entrepreneurs and business ladies, but they don't usually come up. They are not expressive. Is that a problem?
Yes, that's a problem because number one, being a businessman doesn't mean you are a speaker. You can own a business, but you are zero in speaking. So they are not trained. They are trained just to manage maybe the businesses, and they are not trained to be able to stand out there and speak. But I don't even think it's a problem, even though. I think that the female entrepreneurs in Cameroon should gather the courage and stand out there and be proud of the things that they're doing. I think that women especially, they like to cover the secret. They want to hide what they are getting. One beings can never feed a family. You know, you need to come out there. The pride of success is not acquiring, you know, all the cars, the house. That is, for me, that is not success. Let me define you success. Success is when you have impacted people who can do the things that you can do. You know, who are able. You are not afraid that they even grow better than you. That is success. The moment you're succeeding and you're hiding everything and you're trying to put everything for yourself, it's a sign of inferiority complex. So I think that we have more female entrepreneurs, but they are still hiding. They're inferior. They should come out. They're already doing very good. Hold the hands of others. Stand up and speak it out there. The men are very collaborative, but the women aren't. I just hope that if they hear me today, they will open up. We have legends in our nation that sometimes we try to even interview. You have to walk and get tired to get one. I'm not going to call names because I don't want to point fingers at nobody. Sure. But I'm telling it open and clear. The entrepreneurs that are making it big in Cameroon or in Africa, the women, they are very timid. And that is not a good thing because these men, look at who we got. We got just one woman. You know, she was very excited to come out and spread it. And she was accessible, but we couldn't get to because the other ones are not, they are like ghosts. You struggle to pick them here, struggle to pick them here. When you are successful, make yourself available for some of us that are looking up to you to acquire the wealth of knowledge that you carry. That is the real success. Is when you make me want to be even better than you. That's when we talk about it. So the women should come out. The men are not afraid. They want to. When I went around inviting the men, you know, calling everybody, it's like they were waiting for this opportunity to grab somebody's hand and say, oh, climb up. You know, it's like they were waiting for that opportunity to seize it. You know, but the women, they are not ready. They like to, you see the little, we're struggling in small corners, teaching hygiene, doing stuff, but the big women with the real money, you will not see them on the forefront. I don't know why what they're hiding. I don't know why they're afraid of. So much fear and so much, you know, I don't know, but it's a barrier. Up, yeah. No, they have to break that barrier. It's a barrier.
Now, how does the Emmi Summit contribute to shining the spotlight on women, making them fulfill their potentials? Because majority of the small business owners in Cameroon, especially in the economic capital Douala, are women involved in petty businesses.
Well, first of all, the fact that it's a woman who has the idea, it's enough for you to come forth. I have many delegates right now who are women from different regions representing Emmi. And my prayer is that in 1, 2, 3 years, they should grow in a way they will be the one to stand up there and do the talking. You know, so I think that this is a good platform for us to get more knowledge, acquire more skills, get, you know, learn. There is this book that's written by Steve Harvey. He said, think like a man and act like a lady. I think it's about time we keep thinking as men and act like lady. Men are ready for collaboration. Men, they believe in partnership. Men, they believe in networking. But women don't know how to collaborate. They don't even know how to partner in businesses. You will hardly find a business that is women partner and did this. But it's easy to find a company that has group, and all this group are 10 men or 5 men. But you will never find a company that have 3, 4, 5 women who came together, put their resources together to build this. They always want to show off. There is no need trying to show a name that's not giving you money. You know, if you find that there is a name that has money, click to it. The women should come together. This is a time for us to shine. You know, the whole platform is not about women, it's everybody. Leadership doesn't have gender. Yeah. Business doesn't have gender. Money doesn't have gender. So whoever succeeds, succeeds. That's how we see it. Whoever saves, get the title. So Emmi platform is open to everybody. And I pray that women open up more, so that next year we'll have more female speakers on board. All
right, now moving away from the speakers, let's go into the crux of the matter, which of course is the registration. How much is the registration and how is it done?
Okay, for the registration we have 25,000, we have 50,000, we have 100, and we have 200,000. Now let me explain. 25,000 we were thinking because it's 2 days. So we're considering that you actually spend 10,000 francs a day. You know, so you're paying for 2 days. It's not like you're, you know, and you don't have extra benefits apart from the food that you eat, because it's almost, you're already consuming all your money. 50K, when you have paid 50,000 francs, you will have tools from Emmi Empire. You have our books, you have our magazine, and then you will also, you know, have a networking session even during the summit with some group of people. You know, so we're trying to put you, it's all about networking. And then 100,000 and 200,000 is exclusively for the 16th. On the 16th, we are having a business soiree. And in this business soiree, we're having only business people. It's a 3-hour thing, doesn't take much time. You know, but the first 2 days, we're starting 9 a.m. and finishing 5 p.m. means that you have coffee break and you have food. We want you to come in and consume knowledge for 2 days. The third day is networking, B2B, you know, connection, you know, exchange of ideas, rubbing shoulders with people who have achieved. And in this one, it's not in the same venue. Yeah. That venue is not communicated on Facebook, it's nowhere on TV or radio, it's nowhere, because that venue, you have to receive it on your invitation. So everyone, when you pay 100,000 francs or 200,000 francs, what happens is we will give you an invitation, and there you will see the location. And that is what permits you to have access to that room on the 16th. So 16, it's the day you will meet all our speakers in the building. Now you can ask questions one-on-one to them. You can talk to this PDG, and there are many other PDGs that will be coming up. So we're hoping to have like 20 of them in one room. Can you imagine that? That's somebody's life transformation right there. So you just meet somebody, you've been looking on television, or you wanted to talk this idea, you have this business idea, and you want to share tete-a-tete with somebody. Now you have to come. This place is 5-star. So we don't bring someone who have worked so hard and put them in a low-class place. We have to, that's why the money is expensive, because the venue is very expensive, the food is with the entertainment, everything is 5-star. So that is so different. That's how the program goes for 3 days. So when you take on our flyers, you will see the numbers. We have the bank account, the Emmi bank account number. You have the mobile money account. When you pay, what you do is snap the picture of your receipt and send it through the WhatsApp numbers. Now what happens is when you send the receipt with your name, we'll put you on the register. We don't give out tickets. We only collect your name, and when you get to the venue, your name is on the register, because if your name is not there, you will not have access. So if anybody tells you they're selling tickets, it's not from us. And if anyone gives you any flyer with any number, ensure that you copy, you check out the numbers with the numbers that's on our Facebook, Dr. EriseMary DM, or you go to the Entrepreneurial Leadership page, you will find there, cross-check the number. You're putting your money, so you want to be sure that somebody's not frauding you. Because we already had a situation where someone collected money from somebody that they wanted to register, and the person helped the person, and the person had not registered till today. So we don't want people go around collecting money on our behalf. We don't do that.
All right. Now, looking at the summit, some other speakers are also coming from Dubai. Why the Dubai connection?
Now, let me say, it's one person from Dubai. The other people are from Morocco.
Okay.
So there are 2 Moroccans, 1 Dubai.
One from Dubai.
Now, the one person from Dubai is a partner with Emmi. You know, as you know, Emmi Empire did her first program conference was in Dubai. You know, entrepreneurial leadership conference was in Dubai. So we have partners there, and that is why this conference is in 2 sections. We have this first one right here in Africa, and then we have the executive one that will happen in Dubai. And these are just for the real crème de la crème de la crème, means someone who wants to, the real executive. You really want to network, you want to meet that businessman that will connect you to that businessman that you can represent a company or something. So we have that connection right there. We have a strong, Emmi has been blessed to have a strong connection right there in Dubai with great businessmen from India, from China, from the USA, from different places. And you know, as we know, Dubai is a global village. So you cannot go there and not find everybody.
Sure.
So we think that the executive part of Emmi should be in where you can go there and dream, come back and build this future. Yes.
Now, how important is it for Cameroon to host this particular summit? You just mentioned that the first edition was in Dubai, and the second edition, of course, will take place in Cameroon.
Yes, I think first of all, it is very important because, one, I am from Cameroon, and secondly, they will not have to pay flight ticket to go to other places. You know, for me to stand and do a conference is not, I didn't come from nowhere to do this. I was trained by John Maxwell from coaching right to a mentor. I finished my project, and then I went down to 10X. If you go Google these names, you will see what I'm talking about. So these are the stages that made me who I am. So basically, I'm bringing out these 2 ideas, these 2 huge platforms that we see out there right here in Africa, and precisely Douala, Cameroon, Douala. Why? Because I had friends who wanted us to do in Nigeria. And I know if I'd gone to Nigeria with this by now, I already know that I will not stress that much, because they understand the power of summits like this. Yeah. I understand that because we would go to John Maxwell, and you will have maybe 3, 4, 5 Cameroonians, but you will have 100 or 200 Nigerians. Yes. And you go to 10X, you find 1, 2 Cameroonian, and then you have like 50 or 60 Nigerians filling that place. So these people understand the power of such information. You know, the world is governed by information, especially the business and the leadership world is information. The purer your information, the purer your business will go. If you don't have good information, you know, it will be difficult. And where you go to matters. Where you show up. Showing up in an event like this have the capacity of changing your business or your dream or your mindset to another realm. I wasn't changed sitting in my comfort zone. Some of us took flights to land in the USA and then take another flight to go down to Florida, take another flight to go down to Las Vegas just to attend this summit like for 3 days. And these are not 25K, it's not even 200K.
Huge sums of money.
It's huge sum. If you go Google, you find out that John Maxwell is, for 3 days, is 1.5 million. 10x is even higher, you know. So if people can pay these kind of prices and they're bringing it back to the country, because I know there are many people out here in Africa, in Cameroon, who want to get that kind of knowledge. They want to be on that kind of a platform, but they cannot go to the USA for all that. So we're bringing it here for you. So it is very important that Africa will be coming here. We have people coming already from Abidjan. People are coming from Nigeria. People are coming from Cotonou for this first edition in Cameroon. So can you project the future? So it will give exposure, number one, for investors. Now, our speakers are coming and they're looking for opportunity where they can have something. How can they invest? Like they'll ask me, how can we invest?
How's the business climate?
Yes, what is it that can invest in? They're asking those questions. And the more they keep coming in, we keep bringing them in, the more we're having room, we're creating them platform to have good investment, because a nation should prepare the people to receive investors. Investors should know that I am going to Cameroon, so I meet a ready people, a ready personnel that I can work with. And a platform like Emmi enables you to, to shine, to know that, hey, this country is going to be so visible in another way. This is the first in Africa. I have been to many, many summits, but what we are bringing here, I can only talk about it when we are done. Because when I keep talking about, people don't understand it. It feels like I'm dreaming. But when you walk to that place, you will feel like you went to Dubai, you went to New York, the same time you went to...
Of course, we are going to do a
post-mortem. And all that.
We are going to have a post-mortem edition of it before the trip to Dubai.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, now, looking at the Emmi Global Entrepreneurial Summit, you just mentioned a moment ago that participants will get skills on how to operate businesses post-COVID. The news around Africa is that Africa has been affected by COVID-19. The economies are down. Most countries are going to the IMF to borrow money. Why are you so courageous to see the opportunities post-COVID, whereas some businesses are already crumbling, staff strength is being reduced, and so on?
Now, I think that during COVID, some company closed. And we have some companies who survived it in Africa, and they didn't go to borrow money anywhere. If we have just 5 companies that survive in each country, it's a sign that we are capable of making it big without necessarily go to look for help in other places. I believe in Africa 100%. I believe that we're talking about post-COVID world. We are still living in an era of wrong information. If our minds are changed, our mindset have different kind of knowledge, different kind of information, we will produce different kind of results, So right now, the whole world is having there's a global change, financially, politically, in every other aspect is happening, even spiritually, is affecting everywhere. But you will not hear other countries that going from one country. India is taking care of India. They're focusing in India, how they can build their resources, how they can build their economy, how they can build their leadership and all. I think that it's about time every nation, every continent focus in their strength and exploit our strength. What do we have? What are our resources right now? Where are we failing? And what are the portion where we are strong in? And then we reinforce those areas where we are strong and see how we can, should I say conglomerate, create more opportunities, diversifies and all that. We can do it. We can do it. We have these people. These people that are coming to speak, they don't have one community, they don't have 2, they have 3, 4, 5. And on a daily basis, they are dreaming. So if in Africa, every country we have 10 companies that are surviving COVID and they are still making it big, that's a positive sign we should hold on to. We should stop looking at the weak side of Africa, of Cameroon, of the COVID situation, and click on it and keep giving excuses. We love too much. We have too many excuses. You know, I don't believe that an African can fail if they're determined to succeed in anything. I don't believe it. Yeah.
I agree with you on that. Now, what knowledge and competencies will participants have, particularly those who are watching us now, for those who want to attend this very, very grand summit? At the end of the 3 days,
yes,
what knowledge and competencies will they pick up?
Number one, they will learn how to invest in the post-COVID world. Right now, not every business you're supposed to invest in. You know, you will be able to make right choices. And the second thing you learn how to do, you will learn how to brand yourself, how to brand the business, because it's not all about having a business, it's all about right branding and, you know, and they will gain exposure. Exposure comes from a right branding. Trust me, you can have a very good product and in a very normal branding and people will not even understand what you're dealing with, you're having there, you know. And then another thing they're going to learn, they were going to learn how to build their resilience, how to build their resilience to stay consistent until you have a result. They must understand that entrepreneurship is not a day's achievement, it's a journey. It's a gradual step that you take day by day, slowly. You know, you fail, sometimes you stand up, sometimes you're weary, sometimes, but you keep going, you know. And these are the things that they will hear, because you will hear that I failed, but yet I didn't quit. You will hear that at some point I lost everything, yet you will know how to get the means to an end. I always talk about the means to an end. What's the means to an end? Is that capital that thing that you work to be able to get your capital out of it. You know, so all of these people have at some point did something that was not their dream, not their vision, to get the money from there so they can invest in their dreams and in their visions. And these are the things that you'll be listening on that platform. Isn't that wonderful? That you learn how to manage that small business, how to save. Just imagine that you understand how to save the money, how to go alongside with the bank, how to take a loan, how to pay the loan, how to manage your capital. Most people don't know how to manage your capital. Most of us, we spend from our capital. We solve problems from our capital. You understand that? And that is how we are losing it. And most of us as leaders, we think that leadership is just carrying a title. It's a service that you do. It's something that you do that produces a result. You know, so it's a place of knowledge.
Exactly. Let's use the chance to talk about leadership, since it's also a summit.
Yes.
Apart from entrepreneurship, leadership is also another key issue. How important is leadership?
To me, leadership is life. I have a book here on leadership, Millennial Leadership Testament. It's a manual. To me, like John Maxwell would say, everything rises and falls on leadership. You know, I said a strength of every country. You know, every country reflects its leadership. Every business looks like its leader. Every village, every community, everything looks like their leader. So the world is leadership. You cannot talk about anything, even a family, even a home. Everything is leadership.
Let's take the opportunity to have the book.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is the book, Millennial Leadership Testament Manual. When I wrote it, I said it was a testament. And when people began to read the book to endorse it, they said it's a manual because they're so practical. You'll find something like look for a need and solve. Because a leader is not a title that you gain. It's not a position that you have. It's not the AC where you sit inside. The leader is somebody who is able to see a situation, a problem, and sit down and look for a solution, not necessarily looking for benefit, even when they get the solution. You know, so leadership is everything. Leadership is life. If we foster leadership in our schools, in our enterprises, in our families, we will have the kind of dreams and expectations that we desire. Leadership is everything. Leadership starts with you, getting up from your bed, brushing your teeth, cleaning your house, taking care of yourself. A good leader takes care of themselves. And you cannot take care of somebody if you haven't taken adequate care of yourself. So leadership to me is life. And this book, every millennial, everyone who registers for the conference will be having this book, because this is life right here. It's so practical. How to manage tension, how to go through isolation, You know, the importance of isolation as a leader is inside here. Very practical things that you get to experience on a day-to-day as a leader, and you don't even know that that is part of leadership. It's a journey. So leadership and business, I think that they are cousins that cannot separate. They are married together. There is no divorce between leadership and business. So leadership is the life and the strength of every business, of every enterprise, of every family, of every nation. Leadership is the engine that gives the drive to whatever it is you're building.
And of course, does that explain, let me just give the scoop, why on day one you will be launching your leadership school in this summit?
Yes. Yeah. Oh my God, this is so amazing because, I mean, many people have not understood the dynamics of leadership, and hence we just do things haphazardly expecting a tangible result. It doesn't work like that. So this school is around to help millennials who wants to be leaders by example, who wants to be outstanding and in structuring their lives and their businesses. There we already have, I think we have 5 courses right there. You know, how to be a coach, a business coach, a leadership coach, and all that. All the training is right there. The courses will be out there on that day. And then we have how to author a book, you know, and Christian counseling, of course. You know, my base is Christianity. I'm a pastor, so anything I do, it has to come from the Bible.
That's our own leadership.
Yes,
also.
God is a leader. Let me tell you something, Peter. God is the first entrepreneurial leader on earth. He is the #1. See how the guy he did this. He created man, and he put the man in the garden. He said man will have dominion. That's a word. That's a leadership word. They will have multiplication. That is entrepreneurial word. They will have what? They will subdue. They will subdue. That is still leadership, entrepreneurial leadership word. You understand? So then he put the man in the garden and said, keep the garden.
Management.
Management. So you can talk about leadership and business and keep God away. That's the first businessman on earth. That's why Jesus said, I'm after my Father's business. He understands the concept about creation. He understands that God is not looking for some people that just sit and eat. He wants people that can take this idea and sit down with that idea and birth it until they realize it. And then it can benefit a society. It can benefit a nation. It can benefit a people. You know, so.
You just mentioned there about God, and that takes me to my next question. You are a pastor, and in our modern day churches, particularly Pentecostal churches, most of them either shy away from talking about business, or they have a perception of money, which, like as the Bible says, money is the root of all evil. That perception, you know, makes the Christians not to see money the way it ought to be seen, as something which has to be used to, you know, develop themselves and those around them. Do you think this particular summit, the Emmi Global Summit, is a wake-up call for your peers in the church to also rise up and see how they can see things from a different perspective?
Can I shock you, Peter? It will surprise you that the church are not even interested in this summit. I think that they have, there's a problem with the church, and I hope that if they listen to me, they will change that. The church to me is a kingdom school. I see it as a school. It's an institution where people gather. And every time people gather, there should be some sort of a teaching, you know, reprimanding and encouragement and inspiring and motivating. That should be the goal of people coming together. You understand, counseling, everything happens in the church. So I don't see 20, 30, 50, 100 people standing in front of me, and I keep telling you about some demon flying in the sky and butterflies in your stomach. No. God is real. He's a pragmatic person. He is very practical in his work. The church must understand that we must reinforce education. We must foster entrepreneurship, leadership in our teachings. It's very, very important that we put these things. Jesus Christ taught about the kingdom of God many times. He wasn't talking about healing, deliverance, and all that. We have focused on one particular aspect, and everyone is rushing towards that place, and everyone rushes there. And it looks like the church is fragile, whereas it's supposed to be the most powerful with great knowledge on management and all that, because we have the King of Kings himself telling us what to do. So the church people have not even been registering. There are very few that consider this thing. The thing is ungodly. The thing, because they do not see a bunch of pastors on the flyer.
On the flyer.
And I will say it boldly. I am not afraid to say this. I'm not ashamed. When I and my team were picking the speakers, people the icons who have made it in business and in entrepreneurship and in leadership, we were looking for them. We didn't find one pastor. And that really anguished me so much. I thank God for Dr. Raoul. Maybe there are other ones I don't know. But some people that build structure that we can see, we can touch. That's not a church building that you've put together and telling people stuff. That's not leadership. That's not success. Because if all of us...
Something which goes beyond the church.
Which goes beyond the church. Show us a structure that is enabling the government. Because the government is run by the strength of the people contributing daily to enhance the government. You understand that? But when you see the church constantly telling about demons pursuing, water crying, this one stuff, it makes me bleed. You will never come to my sermon or to my church where I am talking and don't leave like you walk into an entrepreneurial workshop. I will bring you the gospel and I will show you your life and show you how lazy you have been. Now, when I was growing in church, I remember they will ask me if I have prayed, but nobody ever asked me if I did my assignment, if I made it in school. They were preparing me to go to heaven. But how do I manage heaven when I could not even manage earth? Because this is where my dominion is. They don't understand what dominion is. It means conquering territories, financial territories, administrative territories, political territories, diplomatic territories. But we are hiding behind a building and preparing to go home. I'm asking myself, if I am God, would I want to take people with no knowledge to myself? I don't think so. So it's about time the church understand that we are an institution, we are a school. We are here to foster entrepreneurship, leadership, the kingdom in people. When we talk about the kingdom of God, we're talking about governance, legislation. We're talking about power, authority. We're not talking about some fragile people, dropping out of school and out of business and doing nothing with their lives, complaining and crying everywhere. That is not the kingdom of God. That is not a church. The church should be about teaching the people how to become independent, how to know God for themselves, how to manifest the gifts that is put inside of them. Even the Bible said a man was working. He gave talents to his people. He gave some according to their abilities. He gave this one, he gave this one 2. And when he came back, the other one had buried. I'm sure that's the one looking for deliverance.
The one talent.
With the one talent buried it, and he collected it from him.
And gave it to the one
who multiplied. If Jesus preached that gospel, it's to make you understand that multiplying a church is not having a group of people looking for deliverance. Multiplying a church is having a group of people like in universities, schools, that are taking their lives from here to here with knowledge and skills and directions, that will enable them become independent. That's how you show God. Money is not the root of all evil. The Bible says money answers it all. That very church, from the microphone to the battery, is money.
It's money.
You need to buy it. So how can you not like money? Everybody should like money. I love money. I'm not going to pretend like I am not going to like money and go to hell. God loved the world, so he loved money, and I do love money. And trust me, without money, your ministry is a nuisance. So one of the reasons why the church has a problem is because most of the people speaking in those churches don't have adequate knowledge on entrepreneurship. They have more knowledge in deliverance and prophecies. They don't have knowledge on kingdom. When you understand kingdom, trust me, you will talk leadership. You will talk entrepreneurship. You will talk management. You will talk growth. But when you don't understand it, you will keep seeing demons in the midst of laziness.
Now, let's go back to the summit, and thank you for that clarification, because it was one of the questions which many people were hoping to hear.
Yeah,
since,
so why are you not having pastor? You pick all these pastors. We have Dr. Raoul. He's a pastor coming from. He's a Cameroonian based in Abidjan, so he is coming and he's going to be our first speaker. So we have a pastor. Thank God he's showing us the way to.
All right, now, for those who may have paid for the summit and don't have the chance to come, are there mechanisms for them to participate virtually?
Yes, we have virtual attendance, and we're going to put up that. So what happens is, however you register, we know your name. So there's virtual registration. Now, if you paid maybe 25K and you could not make it there, you will send somebody to represent you, and you can also call the numbers and let us know that you will not be. That way they keep you, they put you on, you know. But trust me, it's never the same like being in person.
Being present.
It's different. I hope technology doesn't fail us too. We are in a third world, okay? So.
All right, now, you mentioned a moment ago that participants will be trained about the banking system and so on, and as well as the tax system. Why the focus on the banks and the tax systems?
Because people think in Africa that carrying your money and bundle it in the bank is what gives you fame, that you have 10 million in your account. No, the bank would tell us how to invest that money. You know, how they can accompany us in taking loans. Some people take loans to go on a vacation. It seems like, for me, it's like financial abuse. To take a loan to go for a vacation, take a loan and throw a party, take a loan and do a wedding, take a loan and do all that. It sounds like financial abuse, you know. So the bank is there to make us understand the power of money and the importance of money, how to invest the money, how to borrow the money from them. Listen, Peter, there's something I always tell my congregants when I preach. I tell them, don't ever borrow money from a human, just a normal person. No, excuse. Don't ever beg for money to do business. Don't do it. Don't beg. I'd rather you borrow it and invest it and pay it back instead of trying to beg it, because the moment you beg means you don't have any responsibility to do it. There's nothing holding you on that money. Hence, you cannot fully invest it. You understand? And that's how the bank comes in. The bank will teach us how to put in our money, how legitimate or how legitimate is somebody who is legitimate enough to get money from them to fund a business. You understand? And how they work along with you until you are established, because I know that the bank have the capacity to work with you through a project. Maybe you're building a school, maybe you're building a hospital or something. I think that they have a fund that they can walk you through to ensure that you work with them and these things established, they get their money, you get your business. I think they do that. So this thing, many people don't even know about it. So the bank is very important. Why? The bank is collecting our money. Let them tell us how they're managing our money, how we benefit from the money they collect from us. I think it's very, very important. And we're hoping this year that we get somebody to talk about tax, because taxation has been some kind of
it's one of the major problems
of people closing and say we can't take it anymore. I don't even understand the system.
The president of GICAM has been hitting hard on that, asking the government to see how they can
because trust me, I remember having just a restaurant and they almost killed me. That this batch will come, this group will come, and they keep coming like they're coming to kill you. They come 5 of them, 10 of them to enter one small petite shop. We needed somebody from there, and I think we're going to get somebody to talk a little bit on taxation, how to do tax, what tax goes with what kind of business, and how to pay those tax, and what are the different semesters to pay those tax. Those things are very important because we don't even understand. We just see you coming. Oh, pay this one. Oh, you have to pay council.
Fake agents.
You have all this one. Sure. No, these things. Well, it's business, man. We have to touch some different
key aspects.
Yes. Another one is life insurance. We're hoping that we'll have life insurance will tell us, because people don't know that they have to insure their businesses. They don't even know that your business needs security. In case of any casualty, you can have something to cover up for you, you know. So all these things are very important. The first world country, they put all this into consideration. They ensure that you have your benefit, your life benefit, you have life insurance for your business, you have your tax, you have your customs, you have your this, you have your that. All these things are very important that we understand. That way, an investor or a business person, you know, or someone with a vision to own a business, while they are living, they'll know how to arm themselves before getting into a road that you don't understand. We want to do business on a daily basis. bam, we open it, bam, we close it, because we don't have enough knowledge. So if you have your money to do business, I would advise that you keep it. Attend the summit first. When you finish attending the summit, then you go back with enough knowledge to know how to go about, to proceed.
We usually see on Facebook, somebody writes, I have 2 million francs, I have 1 million francs, what business can I do?
Exactly.
Don't know what to do.
So this is a platform where you get it, because another thing in the conference that we're going to have a time for questions, you know, and answers. So that's the best time you put down that question about your business. This thing is so practical. It's not talk. It's solving the people's problem.
Now, one major aspect of this conference is about funding projects. You recently extended the deadline for applications of projects. Tell us more about that.
And thank God it's closing tomorrow. Now, the project is not part of the summit. This summit have nothing with project funding. This summit is about gaining knowledge and experience and skills. We don't. I have never been to no summit, even though I paid those money to go in to attend it, to be participant. I didn't get no funding for nothing. There's no platform for them funding anything. We think that the knowledge you get is enough to fund your life. You know, so the funding part came from my other department. We have the Emmi Empire Foundation. And over the years, we've been helping some people with small funds for startup business, for, you know, to push your business from one place to the other. And people have really trusted us that they've been giving some contribution, and we help people for business. So we thought that since business people are coming together, we could help sponsor 1 to 3, you know, project. Why not? You know, but we discovered that it was a mistake, because everyone is looking towards the funding part. They are not looking towards the knowledge part. And we are looking for you to get the knowledge, because many people have misused the funds that we have given them, because they don't have adequate knowledge on how to manage these funds. You know, so the whole thing is not about funding. We can as well, we can close the funding. Nobody's going to beat us on that. When you get there, you benefit a lot of things. You know, you understand. People say, oh, my fund, oh, my funding. It's not about funding your projects. And I think this, like me and my whole team and partners are thinking that we should stop the funding stuff. People should understand. Maybe we can do funding for something another time, but this summit stays the summit, the place for empowerment.
All right. Now, who should attend the Emmi Global Entrepreneurial Summit?
Every corporate business, every entrepreneur, everyone with the aspiration, you're aspiring to own a business. And I think everyone should aspire to own a business, because one stream of income will never, ever make you comfortable. So you need to have 1, 2, 3. You know, so at some point, even working with the government, you should think about owning something, maybe a salon or some spa, some restaurant or something. You know, so anyone with the vision, the desire to be a business person is even good for you who have no business, because you enable you to start business correctly. And for those who have started something and they are going gradually, it is very good for you to come there and acquire more knowledge and all that. And then people who have projects that they really want to expose, because what we want to do is we wanted to pick these projects and allow them to defend their projects in front of these people. And that's something. You know, somebody can listen to your project and want to partner with you, want to sponsor you and all that. So if you were putting in your project with 25K, you might really lose the opportunity, because the day that they are talking about your project, you can talk and these people sit and listen to you, will be in the B2B night.
B2B night.
That's when they sit and they listen to what you're saying. So everybody putting 25K, oh, we're ready, oh, we are ready. No, we're going to help you just that much. You know, but the people that will have to come out with the millions are people that have sacrificed. You cannot put someone and they are sitting in that place. We know that if we give you 2 million or 3 million, we will not get, you will not waste the money, you will not squander it. We will see the results. So on that 16th night, they have the room to stay on stage and defend their project in front of these big businessmen.
Now, this last question before we go, what is the deadline for registration? Can people register on the 14th, on the day it's starting? Can they register on the 15th?
That is what we are avoiding.
Or maybe on the 16th?
Absolutely, we're trying to avoid that, because we are doing something that is very organized. So we're thinking that in the second week, The program is on the 14th, so we're thinking that in the second week of July, we have to stop it. So we can go ahead and lay everything. You know, when you come in, when you register, you just give us your name. You're just coming like that. We have all your materials ready with you. We have a file that we're preparing for you. So we need to stop at some point so that we can do things correctly. We can have your file put together. So you walk in the building and you just collect your file at the entrance and you go and have a seat and you're good to go. So we are thinking the date will be announced, on the platforms, on the website, www.emmisummit.com. The date will be announced there just so that we can do a world-class, event. We don't want to do it. It's not like you're going for an entertainment soiree. You're going to see music, dance. You're going to school, so they have to be deadlined, and we will put that up this weekend.
All right. Any last words before we go?
Yes, I want to encourage you who have already paid to get someone to register. You are in for a time of your lifetime, an experience that you have not seen, you have not experienced, you have not heard of it. You are birthing history. So get somebody to register. And if you're listening to me, you're not registered yet, hurry up, grab your own ticket, because you don't want somebody to tell you how it happened. You want to be there and experience it for yourself. So if you're listening to me and you've not registered, hurry up, grab your ticket and sit right in that building, because you deserve all that you will get. Thank you, and see you on the 14th of July, and I will see you too on the 16th, so I will see you on the 3 days. The day one is going to be powerful. We're having a wonderful display of our culture in the opening of the events. Wow, is du jamais vu. And then the last day is something else. You don't want to miss any of the day. So thank you very much.
Hi everyone, this is Juliet Ibrahim, and I am an actress, entrepreneur, author, and filmmaker, among so many other things. I'll be live in Douala, Cameroon from July 14th to the 16th for the Emmi Global Entrepreneurial Leadership Summit. Je suis très heureuse d'être l'ambassadrice des Emmi Global Entrepreneurial Leadership Summit, et je serai au Cameroun, au Douala, le 14 juillet jusqu'à le 16 juillet. I know I am super excited to be with you all, and I cannot wait to meet you all. I hope you're also very much excited as I am, because this is a time for African leaders to shine. This is a time for us to grow, for us to impact the world and the youth and the generation to come. And with people like us coming together to talk about leadership and the entrepreneurial side of things, it makes it huge for me. I am so much passionate about this, and I am super excited to be the face of Emmi Empire Africa. And I've been doing business for like so many years. If you've read my book, A Toast to Life, you will know that I'm passionate about making money and a woman having her own and having something to fall back on whenever. It is important for us to make sure that we impact the future leaders of tomorrow, and with little steps like these, we can make it happen by working together and making our voices uniformed so that we can be able to do bigger things for African women. I cannot wait to see you all, and I look forward to just having a great time with everyone. Let's come out in our numbers, and on sera ensemble le 14 juillet jusqu'à le 16 juillet en Douala, Cameroun. Donc viens, on va s'amuser, on va parler, on va discuter, on va apprendre. À bientôt et à plus tard. Au revoir. Bisous à tous.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. EriseMary, for talking to us.
Thank you.
And to you, televiewers, it was a pleasure having you in this edition of the program. Until next time, it's goodbye.